Mission 3G. Build India to serve the world.
Hi, my name is Joe and welcome to this video called 90 Days Game Plan. I'm really excited today because I'm going to talk to you about how you can change your life in 90 days. One very important lesson, maybe the most valuable lesson that I have learned in my life. That 90 days can change your life. 90 days can turn around everything. One focused 90 days burst of energy that is well thought through, well planned and well executed can take you from invisible to average, and from average to extraordinary, from extraordinary to a legend. You could become a legend. You could really be a name that people talk about everywhere in the world. I'm going to explain to you the fundamentals of what you need to do in order to be able to put together a 90 days game plan that can change your life. So what I want you to do is just understand in this video that what I'm going to share with you is real, it's possible, you can do it, and I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. Let me give you all the major components and your life can change. You don't have to crawl through your direct selling experience. You don't have to struggle. You can change your life. If you're frustrated with yourself, we can give you some direction. First thing that you need to do when you start with this process is you've got to create some specific goals. In other words, why are you going to do what you're about to do? Because you're going to need to sacrifice. We're going to talk about that sacrifice. Some examples you might want to do in a 90 days game plan. To go to a new rank. Maybe you haven't gone to the rank but you want to get there. Or maybe you want and you've been stuck in a rank too long. You want a breakthrough. Maybe there is a convention that is coming up and you swore that you're not going to go there unless you're walking across the stage. You know what I'm saying? And you should go there anywhere. But a rank advancement goal can be really a powerful goal. Second can be a team goal. Maybe you want to grow your team by 100 people or 500 people or 1,000 or even 10 people or whatever. You might want to just grow your team. You want to see your team rank advanced. Maybe you can combine those two, as in how many people on your team could get to the next rank. So it could be a team goal. It could also be a cash goal. You can combine these cash with rank advancements, plus your team gets your team making more money, then get your team rank advancing. You need to write down these things carefully. Maybe it's just a prestige goal. You just want to be somebody. Prestige isn't just for you, it's for your team as well. Because if you have the prestige, the team has more confidence to go out there and do what needs to be done. They could proudly say, I'm on this person's team, I'm on that person's team. And it would just help them with their recruiting, with all their efforts. Now, these are just some of the ideas. But what you need to do is you need to write down what your goals are. If you can accomplish anything over the course of 90 days period of time, within the reason, what would those goals be in 90 days? It might be a personal recruiting goal, rank advancement, might be a team goal, might be money or financial goal, might be prestige like I said before. Might be a lot different things. I don't know what it is for you, but a combination of maybe all of these things. I want you to take a minute and write this down. Write your goals down. Get them clear in your mind. What would it mean to you if you accomplished that goal? What would it mean to you if you weren't crawling in direct selling any longer? What would it mean to you if your team was proud of you? What would it mean to you if you have more cash flow coming into your home? What would it need to get to that next rank or sponsor the next 20 people? What would it mean to you if you have to make that happen? So just think about it and write it down. One of the most critical and often overlooked areas of the 90-day game plan, and when I talk about the 90-day game plan, some people just say, oh, I'm going to start mine right now or tomorrow. Worst mistake you could ever make. Let me tell you, one of the most powerful part of the 90-day game plan is the pre-launch. Your pre-launch phase. The time before you're going to start. See, during that period of time, you can be unbelievably influential. You can grow your team. A lot of people think pre-launch is just when you're thinking about it. No. Let me give you an example. Let's say today is January 1st and you decide that your launch day is going to be March 1st. So you now have 2 months, Jan and Feb, to pre-launch your campaign. You're going to have a very detailed description of what it is that you're going to do when you launch on March 1st. And your job during this pre-launch is to recruit as many people into that campaign before March 1st starts as possible. To give an example, this is a 60-day pre-launch period of time. The longer the pre-launch time, better it is, because you have more time to build a team, to build the confidence, influence, get excitement, get people find your campaign. So let me give you an example. If I was to talk to you and I was pre-launching and I was getting ready, I was going to launch on March 1st, and I'll call you on Jan 2nd and say, listen, we have to sit down and we have to talk because I'm about to launch something amazing. And it's not launched yet. Okay, so I'm going to launch on March 1st. But let me tell you about the plan. On March 1st, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And this is going to be amazing and it's going to be exciting, because I'm putting together the inner circle of people who are going to help us with this campaign. And let's talk about the description of this campaign. Let's sit down and work out how to do this campaign. And I promise you, if you talk about something that you're about to do versus something that you already are doing, your recruiting will go through the roof and you'll be able to recruit 5 to 10, 15, 20, 25 people by just telling them your story of the detailed description of what the campaign is going to be. When you feel the power of that pre-launch, it's an awesome force. It's a great feeling. See, I can go to somebody and say, I'm putting together an inner circle for this launch on March 1st, and I'm looking for people who are serious, who are excited, engaged, and can see the vision of what we're talking about with this description of this launch. And now after I show this to you, is it compelling or not? Are you in around? Yes or no? I'm looking for an inner circle. You want to be a part of the inner circle? Because I think the inner circle is going to do very well financially. Yes or no? Well, yes, I'm a part of the inner circle. I want to be a part of history. Well, here's what it is going to take for you to be in the inner circle. Simple. Yeah, so you're going to need this, and then you're going to create a small checklist of things that they need to do. You've got to sponsor some of the people. They've got to get the tools. They've got to sign up at the program and also enroll into whatever it is that your program is, get themselves engaged, and in the process also create a little team. And yeah, well, now we are in. So we're going to create this before a launch, and launch is going to be from March, April, and May, all the way until June 1st, okay? So that's our 90-day game plan. But here are the things that you need to do. Now, let me promise you something. When you create or you write down the detailed description of what you're about to do and that you understand it well, you can create your inner circle very easily. You can motivate them, inspire them. And imagine if you're able to sponsor by telling this detailed description between Jan 1st and March 1st, you're able to sponsor 20 people. I promise you can do. And I promise you that you can teach 20 to create an inner circle of 10. Now you have 220 people on your team on the launch day. 220 people engaged, motivated, excited, going to roll through this 90 days game plan with you. Look at the power of doing that. It's so much more compelling than calling someone on the March 5th. They don't even feel like a part of the group and the inner circle that is created in pre-launch. The inner circle created in pre-launch is amazingly powerful. Some people say, well, when is a good time for me to start my pre-launch? If your company is coming up with a new product, a new service, innovative stuff, new something that you can use to build a story around, do that. Sometimes it's just that you deciding that now is my time. You've been with a company for a long time and you've not grown the way you wanted to. Just draw a new line in the sand and just boom, tell a compelling story. Up and until now, I was just goofing around, and let me tell you this, March 1st, here's what I'm going to do. Simple. And you tell this to everybody around you. Basically, it's the same story, but with a fresh mindset. And trust me, a lot of people have tried this and they've been successful. Let's talk about the launch. Now, most efficient is, I believe, the 90 days. But some people have also done the 30-day launches. But I don't think you get enough traction in 30 days. Some people have done 60-day launches. Those have worked, and some of them do 100 days. But I believe 90 days, people can get their mind around a 90-day game plan, 3 months where they are going to focus. The best 90-day game plan starts like in the example. We have a pre-launch on Jan and Feb, launching in March. I'm just using it as a placeholder. Something like June 1st. Pick your month, pick your day. But at the end of the 90-day period of time, you do a big event. And the event is the glue that keeps people focused. When you do a big event in your market, people would just be excited and motivated and see that, wow, this is working. Because all those efforts from March 1st to June are going to be putting people into that event. So you got the point. Now, when we start here, You may have a lot of people coming for this event, and if you do this right, you may just have thousands of people just flying in and driving in from other cities and other states and countries probably, but go crazy. But you got to be thinking about what are you going to be doing, what your goal is for that event, and is it compelling and exciting? Because then you're going to reverse engineer the 90 days to figure out what is it going to be that will affect you the best way. What is going to be the story? Once you determine your event goal, the next thing that you need to determine is you've got month 1, month 2, month 3, and then you have it. Okay, month 1, month 2, month 3, what needs to happen in order to make all these things possible? 1, you got to sell your tickets. 2, you need to recruit. 3, you need to motivate and inspire, right? 4, you got to keep people focused. So in month 1, maybe you get together with your inner circle one time a week and just keep them focused, keep them motivated. Maybe you have a month of a monthly training. What's that training going to be? Well, getting more people involved in the campaign, getting more people to the big event. Maybe you need to do weekly group opportunity meetings. Maybe you need to promote home meetings or home cell meetings. Maybe you need to do conference calls. Maybe you need to get together and have everybody do a blitz day where they just do a 3-way call for the entire day. What I'm trying to say here is that month 1 is all out. Month 2 is the same. 3 is also the same. It's all leading towards this focused end game, the event. Now with this, let me tell you what it takes to really do a game plan like this. All out massive action. And now this is the part where I might just lose some of you. But if you want to change your life, something's got to change. If you want things to get better, you have to get better. Every week, I had to go negotiate with my family and negotiate with my friends and loved ones and say, listen, for these 90 days, I'm not going to be available. For these 90 days, I'm going to be working as many hours as I can possibly. Stay awake every single day for these 90 days. I'm not going to go to the movies or play bowling. I'm not going to go to restaurants. I'm not watching any television. I'm not surfing on the internet. So your 90 days, pick whatever the period of time ending with an event. If you sponsor 20 and each one of them sponsor 10 tickets to be sold by each person. Their job is to bring maximum people, and then you have to map it out exactly day by day for 90 days. What you're going to be doing week by week, month by month. You have to have a specific business plan like you're trying to raise money. You have to sell this idea to somebody. And that's what you're doing when you're selling this idea to your prospect. Here's what I'm about to do. Here's the end result. Are you in? Are you out? We can change our lives in 90 days. Are you with me? This is the story you're going to be telling. The story's got to be amazing. There's going to be different kinds of people in your group. There's going to be people who are willing to do this with you. Then there are people who can be willing to give you an hour a day or 2 hours a day. Love them. All really motivate the ones that go with you, even if it's the 8-hour type. Go after it. Success isn't easy, but it's possible for everybody watching this. Here's what you need to do with the event set. You're going to set your goals. You've got to give a location. You've got to create flyers. You've got to create an event page on Facebook or Instagram. You've got to create cool tickets. You've got to get great speakers. And this is where you call your upline, because you get the best speakers in your company, in your local market. You call your upline, you call your company. If you tell the CEO of your company that, hey, I'm going to put together 500 people in this room in 90 days. I'm going to change my life to help other people change theirs, or 1,000 or whatever. You'll get a company representative. You get the top income earners. You'll get your upline to come in and support this. If you show them and you just tell them your story, you tell them your plan, that will recruit them into helping you putting those little speakers on the event page, on the flyers, on the tickets, and on the promo. And you do everything that it takes for you to promote this event. Maybe getting to create a video of speakers promoting your event, or someone else in your upline who is the top earner doing a small speech and giving you a testimonial, or inviting people for this event. You can put this on your page. Get speakers to do a webinar that will promote your event. Plus what you're doing, so that some of these things on just the logistics of getting it set up right when you do the actual event. The purpose of this event. Get this, the event served its purpose already for what it made people do in the 90 days, plus the pre-launch. It moved people that into action. So it already created its result. Your job at this event is to promote the next event, and their job at the next event is to promote the next event. Your lineup should be about telling your story, recruiting people, getting people trained, etc. and so on. Getting people excited. You cannot leave that event without promoting the next event, and if you do that, you messed up the whole thing. The next event should be about how long after this event? About 90 days. At this event, you should tell people, here's our plan for the next 90 days. To fill the next event with an even bigger venue, you should sell tickets for the next event at this event. Before they leave the room, you should get people excited and charged and motivated. Flyers in their hands, tickets in their hands. When they leave the room, if you do that now, you start another launch process over the course of that 90 days to get that next event filled up. And let me tell you something, the best in the world go from event to event, event to event, 3 to 4 times a year. They go from event to event using this process. Now, you don't necessarily have to be 16 hours a day for the next 90 days. I found the best in the world do 1 true 90-day burst a year now, then they go event to event, event to event. But they don't kill because it's hard to maintain that focus. Keep your relationships with your family and kids and everyone else's health. If you just go in 16 hours a day, you can. But the key leaders really do a 90 days burst where you're really working hard, 80 hours a week, 16 hours a day. Then make it appear to the world like you're still working 16 hours a day, but you're not really throttling back a little bit, right? Now that you have successfully created a 90-day game plan with a burst of energy, motivation, and engagement, it's time for you to teach your downlines to do the same. Help your downline to do the 90-day pre-launch. Help them through it. Answer their doubts. Always keep them supporting. Teach them also duplication. This will create a massive organization, leaders everywhere, helping their downlines to do the pure 90-day launch. This will be the one and only solution to become the direct selling pro, earning 7 figures, highest rank advanced, inspiring people, making your family proud of you, joining the Founders Organization, living your dream life with the residual income that you've been looking for, living the life of financial freedom and time freedom. Thank you for watching.
Direct selling isn't perfect. It's just better.